Welcome to Qi Gem. Welcome to Qi Gem. I'm Gem, and today we're going to do a live session on marrow washing and bone breathing. So, as per usual, we'll start off, we're going to start off actually this time talking a little bit about marrow washing and bone breathing, and then we'll move into some stretching. We'll get warmed up, we'll do a little bit of a form, and then some meditation, some standing meditation, and a little bit of closing exercises. We'll see what we can fit in. I try to keep these exercises to about an hour. So let's get into it. So I hope you guys are doing well today. So marrow washing and bone breathing. This stuff gets pretty deep, both literally and figuratively. Obviously, it's deep in your body because, it's your bone marrow. So it is as deep as you can get in your body. The levels of your body that Qi goes at is it starts at your skin. And then as you practice more and more, it goes, and this is usually if you start with Kung Fu first, and then, or just Qigong, and then move inward. If you're starting with the outward exercises, and then you start working on your visualization. So it starts with skin, goes to muscle, and then your tendons and joints, and gets in all those sinews and good stuff, I guess. And then we go into your bones and bone marrow, and that's as deep as you can get, and that's where tons of your Qi is stored. So it's really important stuff. Now, on other levels, marrow washing can get extremely esoteric. We're not going to get that deep into it because really you want to be at a really high level of practice. You want to have practiced for quite a long time before you get into the really deep stuff with this, because it can potentially be hazardous to your health if you're kind of willy-nilly with it. But we're just doing more simple stuff today. However, these exercises and visualization that I'm going to show you are really, really good for healing. I think I've said before, but I have 3 autoimmune diseases of my own. And what I'm going to show you today is stuff that I used when I was out of work for a couple years, actually, because my health was so poor. And I did the simplest exercises with the simplest visualization every day, and I got better. So, everyone's different, obviously. I'm not promising it's going to be a miracle cure, but for me, it worked really, really well. So I am highly recommending it. All right. So what is marrow washing? In fact, I'm going to do this a little bit. Maybe a little less. What is marrow washing? So basically, it's picturing Qi flowing through the marrow of your body. And there are so many different ways to picture this. It's crazy. But the funny thing with marrow washing is it's one of the very basic forms that were ever learned by Shaolin monks taught by Bodhidharma, who basically invented Kung Fu. Came over from India. He meditated in a cave for 9 years, and then saw the Shaolin monks were in pretty poor health, sometimes getting beaten up by bandits and stuff like that. And he's like, yo, you guys need to kind of do something to improve all of this. Let me show you some stuff. So, but he came up with a lot of his own methods while in that deep meditation in the cave. This was about 1,000 years after the death of Buddha, and I believe Bodhidharma was a Buddhist who came over from India. So it's pretty fascinating. He brought Buddhism over, and Kung Fu and Qigong initially, which became Kung Fu. So there were 3 exercises, the 18 Lohan exercises and tendon changing exercises, which gets into a little bit of the muscles, but the tendons and joints more, which I was talking about. And then there were the bone marrow washing exercises. So this is one of the basic 3. Now, the funny thing with the marrow washing exercises is there's not an actual form that was ever drawn or written down. So whether there was a form or not, really, we don't know. But we do know there was at least this theory of running energy through your body with specific visualizations to heal and to enliven your body. So, we kind of pick the forms that are best, that work best with bodies, and there have been tons of masters who have come up with what they think is the best form. I'm going to show you a bit of one today. We probably won't do the entire thing. Maybe at some point I'll post the entire thing. But what I really want you guys to focus on today is not the movements, is not the form, because the stillness is actually what is more important. And, you may be asking, Gemma, are you just gonna, or Gem, my real name is Gemma, but are you just gonna show us, are you just gonna tell us to stand around and do nothing? Kind of, yeah. I have found that the most powerful form of this is actually just standing meditation with specific visualization. But not everyone can do that right away. So I'm going to give you some forms too that can help you really get into this and start to feel your way. Now, the slower you do your forms, the better and more powerful all of this will be. So focus on the stillness rather than the movement today. Now, another thing that's really important is your mindset today. You want to have as still a mindset as possible. So make sure you have no distractions if you can help it while you're doing this exercise. Make sure things are going to be quiet and you can stand and do this, because you want to really be able to hone into your body and listen to what it's really doing. We're really going to try to sense the energy today, because that is the essence of this form and what it will do to help you. So, as per usual, I'm going to start with my Kung Fu candle exercise, which I've explained before, but if you are in the correct mindset, you can just move your hand down and the flame will go out. And that's what I use as an indicator to make sure I'm ready to practice. But you just have to make sure you're breathing deeply, and all will be well. And there it goes. So pretty good today. We'll try to keep it at a level-headed thing. Try not to get overexcited. I like teaching you guys, so sometimes I get a little uppity, but for this, we definitely just want to be calm. So we'll start with a little bit of stretching. We're going to go through this a little bit faster than usual, just so I can fit in more of the other stuff. But I do want you guys to be warmed up and stretch so that you don't hurt yourself. So if you're in a place where you can do jumping jacks, I'd recommend doing those. I'm in an apartment, so I'm not going to do that, so that I'm nice to my neighbors. So I just kind of try to shake out a little bit, bounce a little bit, feel the energy around me, and just get my blood flowing. Arm swinging is a good way to do that too. If you haven't watched my arm swinging video, definitely check that out, because that's an essential Qigong exercise that is great. And then basically the movements I'm doing here are shaking Qigong, which is also great for warming up and clearing a bit of stagnant qi, getting things really moving. So just kind of warm up a little bit, get your muscles going, and we'll get into stretching. So go ahead and pull your head to one side, gently stretching out that neck. And then the other side. Being very gentle, listening to your body. Pull it forward. Kind of roll it a little bit. And roll your shoulders back. A few times and forward. And then arm circles. We'll just do 5 back. And 5 forward. Stretch your arm across. And then the other arm. And then hug your arms like this, reaching over your shoulder. Get that tricep. The other one. Hope you guys are doing well today. I'm going to try to stream every day this week at 11, or this time wherever you are. It's 11 a.m. here in Arizona. But try to do that this week. So if you have any requests for things you'd like to learn about Qigong, make sure to put them in, and I'll try to make that happen for you. Split your legs apart a little bit and reach down, stretching out the back of your legs. Now, marrow washing is also great for immunity. So definitely stretch this way. Definitely with the whole health craziness going on right now, we want to build our immunity. And obviously, since I have autoimmune diseases, I have been practicing my Qigong like crazy lately to share it with you guys, but also to make sure I'm staying healthy, which so far, so good, along with proper precautions, of course, masks and all that. Go ahead and get into horse stance, not overextending your knees, and stretch out those inner thighs. Keep your back straight, spine straight. Right. And then we'll get into a lunge. So 1 foot forward, 1 back. Lace your fingers in the back. Pull your shoulders back and lean forward, getting a good stretch there. And then the other foot forward. Push forward and up. Getting the front of your torso and the back of this leg. And then thigh stretch. Imagine roots coming from your feet going into the ground. other one. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is going to be great for immunity, and I highly recommend it. If you practice every day, you'll definitely build up your chi to an amazing level, which will help you help your immune system and keep you healthy. Stretch your foot forward, bringing your other one in. Either one's fine. Reach forward. Do that. And then the other one. Starting to breathe deeply. Really feel those stretches. Cross this over your knee. Pull your leg to get your butt. And turn. And then look over your shoulder to get that extra little stretch. And then the other way. It's a good one to breathe deeply into, really stretch out your whole back with that if you move up and down just a little bit. And last, we'll do our butterfly stretch. So I do it in 3 stages. Have your feet as forward as you can get them, stretching your back. Bring your head as far down towards your feet as you can. And pull it in a little bit more. Lower it. You'll get different parts of your legs and back and even shoulders if you do it right and really kind of feel around for what can be stretched out. And then all the way in as far as you can go. Kind of rocking back and forth to get those hip flexors and side. So we're going to be doing quite a few exercises probably with those. And then put your feet forward, clasp your hands under your knees, and lean. You want to kind of curve your back so that you're stretching upward with your spine, and that's a great back and shoulder stretch. And you can kind of roll your shoulders a little bit with that and get those knots out of your shoulders and get your shoulders a little more relaxed. All right, so that's our stretching. So now we're going to do our opening bow. So bring your hands together. This is a Shaolin bow. You can also do yoga bow, whatever is more comfortable for you. Opening our practice. Breathe out. Breathe in, bringing your hands together. And step out slowly, getting your feet shoulder width apart. Breathe out. Make sure you're in your Qigong stance. It's particularly important today. So feet shoulder width apart, toes pointing forward, feet parallel to each other, knees soft, your tailbone being pulled down into the ground, curving under just a little bit so that we're straightening that spine. And then imagine a string extending from heaven to the top of your head, pulling it upward. Your chin will naturally tuck in as you do that to straighten that neck out. So your spine is being pulled up and down at the same time. Make sure you're connecting your tongue with the tip of your teeth and, or not the tip of your teeth, sorry, the area of your teeth just behind your front teeth where the teeth meet the palate. That's where the tip of your tongue should be. And today you even want to connect your tongue a little bit more. Try to connect the rest of your tongue with your upper palate. And it might be in two separate things, like kind of curling your tongue a bit. Sorry, it's hard to show you, but I'll try to explain a little bit. So you'll have the tip of your tongue there, but then the further back of your tongue will be connected with the dipping down part of your palate, right in the middle there. And imagine all your organs pressing that part of your tongue up. So that is if you're breathing through your nose. If you're having any trouble breathing through your nose today for some reason, don't worry about that part. Just keep doing what you're doing. But if you can, keep the tip of your tongue connected to your palate, at least that is very important for today. You can still breathe in and out your mouth with that. So, yeah. All right. So we're going to put our hands over our dantian, the energy center, 2 inches behind our navel, where all our chi is stored, our vital life energy. And breathe in and out. Settling into our body. All right, let me just see what time it is. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to start by warming up our hands a little bit. So start rubbing them against each other, bringing warmth, bringing energy into your palms, starting to slow your breathing as much as possible. Interlock your fingers and start moving them up and down. And then push forward with your fingers, extending your shoulders as much as you can. Breathing out and then breathing in, pulling that in, trying to keep your shoulders relaxed, and then breathe out towards the sky, looking up, and breathe in. Let your fingers go apart, lower down. All right, now we want to keep our armpits as open as we can throughout most of this practice and keep a space between our fingers because energy flows in between those spaces. Now, for a moment, I would like you to close your eyes and do your very best to picture your skeleton inside your body and try to feel how full of energy it is inside your body and how it supports all of you. It houses your organs. It keeps you going. It is essential if you're trying to lift things or move. Breathe into your dantian as you're picturing this, expanding your stomach as you breathe in and contracting it as you breathe out. Making sure to straighten your spine more and more as you're becoming more aware of your skeleton. And hopefully you're feeling a little more relaxed. And the more you focus on what is inside your body rather than what is outside of your body, you start to settle in. Start lengthening your breaths as much as possible. With this practice, you want to breathe as deeply as you can. Now, if you feel lightheaded at any time, please sit down to practice. Remember, you can do any of these exercises sitting down, lying down, or simply picturing it in your mind. So if you feel comfortable doing it that way, go for it. But definitely be aware, because this can get pretty powerful very easily. And there's no need to push yourself too far. You want to build this exercise up over time. All right. So we're going to start by facing our palms towards each other. We're going to lower our shoulders down and imagine a beam of light going from one palm to the other. And try to feel a bit of resistance between your palms as you're doing this. Keep your spine straight, pulling it down and up, and lower your shoulders, allowing your hands to raise up in front of you, breathing in. And then breathe out. Breathe in, bringing your palms together, feeling a bit of tension and magnetic pull and push as you press your hands together in front of you. Breathing in and out. Now, important energy centers you want to be familiar with for this practice are the ones in the balls of your feet, called bubbling spring, which are connected to your kidneys. You want to be aware of the energy center at the very top of your head, and 1,000 meetings, and where all your meridians meet. And I'll explain any more that you may need as you go on, but just know that energy comes in through the balls of your feet, goes up your spine, and out through the top of your head, and then in through the top of your head, and down the front of your body. All right, so now we're going to breathe out and lower our hands down. All right, so we're going to breathe in again, pushing our shoulders down so that our hands rise to the sides, breathing in. Let your energy expand. Feel the energy grow large. Face your palms towards heaven. Close your eyes and imagine your hair standing on end. All the hair on your body. See your pores opening and starting to meld with the universe. Imagine a beam of light arcing over your head, connecting from one palm to the other. And then when you can breathe out again, exhale and lower your shoulders to go all the way up, sending chi out to the sky, looking up between a diamond shape you'll make with your fingers. Imagine the bright blue sky above you. Shoot the chi out and turn your hands down, bringing in chi from the universe. Breathing in, letting it soak into the energy point at the top of your head, and hold your breath for 3 seconds. Exhale, letting the energy wash down your face, your neck, your chest. It's flowing down your arms as they flow down. Your organs, your hips, your thighs, your knees, your shins, ankles, and let that energy go out the balls of your feet into the earth to be refreshed and renewed by earth. We're getting that toxicity and stagnation out of our body. Now allow new fresh chi to move up through the balls of your feet. And breathe in. We're going to go up again, but this time inhale as much as you can all the way up. Shooting chi out again, supporting heaven. This time your fingertips are facing each other. Look up, sending that chi out, and breathe in to the top of your head. Hold your breath for 3 seconds, and then we're washing the marrow as we breathe out. Try to see your skeleton in your mind's eye and try to feel liquid chi flowing through your skeleton, through your bone marrow, as your hands move down your body. All the way down your spine, your hips, your legs, your thighs, your knees, your shins, ankles, and out your feet again. All right. See the energy coming back up your feet, back to your dantian. And now place one hand at your back where your kidneys are. This one is called Picking Stars. Face your hand out, lower your shoulder, and see the universe around you. As you're breathing in, picture your hand. Picture yourself as ginormous and see your hand moving through stars as you move it up. Send energy out to the very edges of the universe, shooting out your palm any stagnant energy that was holding your flow of energy hostage. And let those blockages melt away and flow free. Inhale, bringing that energy back in. Hold your breath for 3 seconds. And let the energy of the stars wash your marrow. See bright blue-white light going down your body, lighting up your skeleton as it goes. Letting energy flow freely down, all the way down into the earth. Then switch your hands, other kidney, We'll do the same on the other side, lowering your shoulder to raise your hand, letting the energy move back up your body, up your knees, hips, organs, chest, also up your spine, up through your head, and shoot out that energy to the stars all around you. If you can, picture a ball of light around you as well. Meld it with the universe and bring in the energy again to the top of your head. Breathing in, expanding your belly as you breathe in. Hold your breath for 3 seconds. And exhale, letting that star energy wash through your marrow all the way down. Back into the earth and release it into the earth. Let it go. And let energy flow back up through the balls of your feet, breathing in. And turn your palms, settling that energy. All right. Our next form, we're going to bend over a little bit, so make sure to keep your back as straight as you can as you bend, and keep your knees soft. And we're going to go forward, breathing out. And then imagine you're grabbing, well, a good way to picture this is twisting onions out of the ground. So we'll grab the onions, make fists, and pull up along the inside of our legs, slowly curling our spine, rolling our shoulders back. And then we're going to move our feet at a slight angle and punch upwards with the hand at our back shoulder, not the one in front, that I have closest to the camera. Open your palm and breathe out and in, looking into the very center of your palm, staring at it seriously. And then close your fist again, lean forward, stretching down, exhaling, and then inhale, leaning back, being very careful, watching your balance as you lean backward. And then exhale, coming back to center. Open your palm again, open both of them. We're going to shift our feet around and raise the other hand. Opening your palm, breathe out and in while staring at the center of your palm. And close it again. Exhale, leaning forward, drawing in energy through your feet. Inhale, leaning back, keeping your balance. And exhale, back to center. Open your palm again. Open both of them. and move back to center. We're going to wash our marrow again, so make sure your feet are pointing forward once more. Spine is straight. Inhale, pushing your shoulders down to raise your arms, stretching out your arms as you do this. Inhale, letting energy flow all the way up your body and shoot out your hands into the universe. Inhale, dropping your shoulders, bringing energy into the top of your head. Hold your breath for 3 seconds. And exhale, letting that beautiful heavenly energy flow down your face, your neck, through your marrow, down your rib cage, all the way down that front meridian, into your hips, your thighs, knees, shins, ankles, and out to your feet. Let that energy go. And then let it move back up your feet to your dantian and settle that energy, exhaling. All right. See how we're doing on time. Just gonna do one more movement and then we'll do our standing meditation. So let's do, we're going to bend forward once more. Pull our fists up along the outside of our legs this time. And we're going to shoot one of our hands upwards, stretching as far as we can go. Breathing out, stretch up and up and up past all the stars into the darkness and emptiness of space, which is actually so full of energy. Lower your hand down and grab your opposite ear and pull your head across, moving your other hand now to your back so it's at your back like this. And very carefully pull your head around and stretch your side a little bit, looking backwards towards your opposite heel. Feel that stretch. Try to feel your bones as you do this. Inhale. Letting go of your ear, re-extending. Lower your hand. I'm going to switch hands now. Bring your fist to your side and shoot that other hand up through space. Up, up, up and out. Stretch your shoulder, your arm, even your fingers all the way up, shooting energy out. And lower your hand, grabbing that ear, pulling it over and leaning to look at the opposite heel on this side now. Lift this hand so that it's at your back. Breathe in and out. Keep your spine straight at your lower back. And inhale back up. And let your arm raise back up. And then breathe out as your hands lower. We're going to wash our marrow one more time. So inhale, seeing energy flow up through the balls of our feet, through our ankles, shins, knees, thighs, waist, up your spine, all the way up to the crown of your head. Send that energy out, looking up, staring into the depths of the universe, the brightness of the cosmos. Inhale, bringing energy into the top of your head, expanding your belly as much as you can, seeing energy flow into your head and letting it move down your body as you exhale, down your face. See it lighting up your skeleton as you go down, your shoulders and collarbones, your arm bones as your hands move down and the energy levels out and then flows all the way down. Your thymus right here, or your heart, down into your hips, your thighs, your knees, shin, out the balls of your feet. Let that energy go back into the earth so it can be renewed and recycled, and bring in new fresh energy through the balls of your feet, of your ankles, knees, thighs, to the base of your spine. Create a triangle right at your dantian with your hands and see all the energy you have refocusing there. Allow it to be drawn back in from the edges of your body. You've stored a lot in your bone marrow at this point, so your skeleton, see that still lit up with chi, but also bring chi, any excess chi, back to your dantian. Now, if you can practice visualization, that will help you a lot. Or if you need to have a picture of what a skeleton looks like, you can try that. I highly suggest you study a little bit if you're really interested in this aspect of Qigong, because the better you can picture all of this, the more it will help your health. All right, so we're gonna exhale now, letting our hands go down. And let's shake out our feet a little bit and our arms. Kind of stomp the balls of your feet a few times to loosen up that energy. I also like to massage my ears after I practice, because every energy point is at some place in the ears. So massage your whole ear from top to bottom. And that's just going to keep our energy moving well. Okay. So this next part as I said, is a standing meditation. And this is, for me, the most powerful Qigong practice I've ever learned. You want to start off slowly with this and build it up. Typically, people start with maybe 5 minutes. If you can't go 5 minutes, don't worry about it. Just do the best you can. I'm going to try to do it for about 5 minutes. Maybe a little less because I want to have some closing exercises for you guys too. But I'll teach you and work up to doing it longer and longer if you can. If you can increase the time you can be still, you're going to have so much more energy flowing in. The real power of Qigong is amplified when you are still, because then the universe can fill you. You want to stand as an empty vessel and just let the energy come to you. But it only does that when you're truly still and you're in your mind and your emotions and your body. Of course, don't restrict your body from moving. If your body feels it needs to move, move it. If you feel emotion coming up ever in your exercises, let it move through you, because it's important to have those moments of release, because if you let them stay inside, they'll stagnate, and that's what forms blockages. So it's very counterproductive if you're doing Qigong to release blockages and feel better, and then you're just creating more because you're like, oh no, I need to be tranquil. If you're not tranquil on a certain day, don't be tranquil, That's what Qigong is all about. It's just about listening to your body and doing what it needs. There's my cat. All right, so for standing meditation, get into your Qigong stance. This is why it's particularly important today. Knees soft, spine pulling up and down, and then make sure your tongue's touching at your palate. Line up your fingers and have your thumbs be loose behind. So see your fingers lined up, let your thumbs be relaxed, let your elbows be relaxed, let your shoulders be relaxed. And we're going to try to hold our arms up here for the entire time. If you need to lower them down here during the practice, that's fine. If you're feeling really good and want to have them up here, you can do that. But I find the most powerful is when you're just like this. You can imagine hugging a tree. You want to have a rounded form like this. Have your knees bent, and if you really want to challenge yourself at some point, you can even do it in horse stance and do it this way, which remember not to overextend your knees over your feet. But what you want to do is this, and then keep your eyes half lidded. Don't close them. Don't have them wide open. Just kind of have them half lidded, gazing into the distance. Try to picture something very far away and breathe as slowly as you can into your dantian. Expanding your belly as you breathe in and contracting as you breathe out, relaxing more and more into the stance. So breathe in out. Now, as you're breathing, I want you to picture big nature scenes. So I'm going to go through some with you so that you can see, by example, what that might be. So for this, you can close your eyes if you want to, but if you can keep them half lidded, that's a good way to do it. You also want to try to do this exercise inside because you can lose a lot of the energy if you're doing it outside. So picture now you're in the middle of a grassy field and the grass is blowing all around you. Wind from all sides of the earth. The opposite side of the earth, the front and back and sides. And from above, wind is swirling around you. Keep breathing deeply. Now we'll shift. Picture a mountain, a huge snow-capped mountain in front of you. Now imagine yourself as the mountain. Feel trees growing along your sides. Feel how stable you are. Feel the rock you are made of. Now see yourself as yourself again, flying over the mountain you just were, and go to the ocean. Float over the wide expanse of ocean and see waves splashing up to meet you, lashing around as if in a storm, except the sky is clear. Just see that water moving ceaselessly around you. And breathe in the power of that. Breathe in and out. See yourself flying again and go to a waterfall. Float in front of the waterfall and see the heavy droplets tumbling over the side of a cliff. Thousands of feet they fall into a beautiful wide lake. See the power of that waterfall and the rainbows that are created when the sun shines upon it. Keep breathing, keep straightening your spine. We'll do one last one. Imagine yourself in a forest surrounded by giant trees. They have been there for millennia, growing slowly all this time, sinking their roots into deep, dark, nourishing soil, drawing water up into their trunks and drawing in sunlight through their leaves, nourishing so that they can keep growing as time moves forward. Breathe in and out one last time. Lower your hands Let any stagnant energy go out your feet. Inhale. We'll wash our marrow one more time. Sending energy out to the heavens. Inhale. Bringing that energy into the top of your head. Hold your breath for 3 seconds. Exhale, letting energy flow down our body and out through our feet. Inhale, bringing all that energy back to your dantian, shaking your hands just a little bit. All right, it is noon now, but I'm going to give you an extra couple minutes. Let's just use your floppy wrist motion, and we're going to hit our skeleton a little bit to really lock in that chi we just brought into our marrow. So go down your arm, and then up. The other one, and up. Go down your chest. Use your fists to go down the outside of your legs, up the inside of our legs. Hit where your hips meet and the sides of your hips. Turn around and hit your tailbone. This is really going to make sure your marrow absorbed all of that good, new, fresh chi. We also want to focus on our kidneys as they're so important for that main energy channel. So use the back of your knuckles to massage your kidneys at your back. And then cup your hands, picturing them full of chi, bright light or water, and pat that into your kidneys 8 times. And then we'll inhale, bringing our hands back together over our dantian, circling around 8 times from a big circle to a small circle. Shaking that energy back, closing our energy back down into our dantian. Bring your feet back together carefully, keeping your balance. And we'll do our closing bow. And there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed this practice. Hope it was good for you. Hope you learned a little bit more about marrow washing. I bring it up a lot. Honestly, I could go on and on for hours about it, but this was just a small introduction. Hope you found it a little bit helpful. I do take tips at paypal.me/ChiGem. And if you're ever interested in personal coaching or classes, or I can do distance healing virtually, and any of that, you can email me at chigemuniverse@gmail.com. That's QIGEMUNIVERSE@gmail.com. Don't be afraid to reach out, and I can schedule you for that. I have a few online clients, and I hope you guys are feeling well today. Hopefully this helped to improve that a little bit, and stay healthy. See you guys tomorrow, probably. Bye.